Hi guys, it's Jordan here from IGPGFX, and today I've got a tutorial on how to make any logo into like a glossy button just like this. So what you're going to want to do first is open up a new composition with a transparent background. It doesn't really matter what size it is, as long as it's going to be a high enough resolution for your button. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to drag in the image you want to make into a button. So I'm going to be using the Machinima Respawn logo, and then you just want to place it down like that. Next, what you want to do is you want to go over to this toolbar on the side, and you want to hold down on it and select the rounded rectangle tool. Once you've done that, you want to drag a rounded rectangle over your logo, just so it covers it. It doesn't have to be completely covering it or anything, but as long as it covers it, it'll be fine. And when you do it, it'll look like that, with it'll be filled in. So what you then want to do is you want to drag it below the Machinima Respawn, well, below the thing which you're going to create into a logo, so you can't see it anymore. And then you're going to click on your Machinima Respawn layer, and then go to Layer, Create Clipping Mask. And as you can see, what that does is it clips it to the shape of the thing underneath it. So now what you can do is you can just move this by selecting the shape layer. You can move it around so you get it in the right place, and then we're ready to make it all glossy and look nice. So what we need to do now is we need to go over to the rectangle tool, and then making sure that our foreground colour is white, which you can do by pressing these arrows to keep on switching it over. We're going to draw quite a large rectangle like that. And what you need to do is make sure you've got it dragged above the Machinima Respawn thing, and then press Ctrl Alt and G to make sure it isn't as a clipping layer like it. If you see, when you press Ctrl Alt and G, it has this little arrow which makes it a clipping layer, which is not what you want. So if you've got that little arrow there, then you just want to press Ctrl Alt and G, and it will remove it and make it normal again. Then what you're going to want to do is press Ctrl T to transform it, and then you're just going to want to drag it so it's sort of like diagonal over your logo. So we'll just get it there. And then what you're going to want to do is press Enter to place it. Then bring the opacity, no sorry, not the opacity, bring the fill down to 0. Then what you're going to want to go and do is open up this layer style for your shape layer and go to Gradient Overlay. And then you're going to want to go over to this gradient selection thing, double click on it, and then you can select this foreground transparent, which should be the second one from the left, sorry, on the top. And then you're going to press OK, and then you're going to adjust the angle so that you get it sort of like it is now, where it's full white right at this edge, and then going away like this, so it goes transparent this way. Then you're just going to hit the OK button, and then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get rid of all this bit round here, because you don't obviously want that bit. So you're going to select the rubber, and then you're going to click on the layer, and then it will come up with a little error box, and it's saying it must be rasterized. So you just press OK, so it's rasterized. Then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to you can set the size to whatever size you want, but you need to make sure the hardness is on 0. And then what you can do then is you can rub all this bit away, like so. So you can just get rid of all that, because you don't really want that bit. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to just go around the edges, just like this, just so you get rid of it right at the edges, so it kind of like tones it down a bit. And then you can also do just a little bit down this diagonal line, just to blend it in a bit more. And then there you have it. There's a glossy button, just like this one here. And then if you save it, it will come out and it will look like that, and it will be all very nice. Another thing you can do is, if you delete this shape layer, you can select the ellipse tool and then draw an ellipse over it like that, and then obviously put a gradient overlay on of white to foreground, and then you're going to want to change the scale. Oh no, sorry, you're not going to want to do that. Sorry, you want to go to colour overlay, and then set that to white, and then just turn the transparency down a bit like that. And then, as you did before, you want to get your rubber rasterise the layer, and then just rub around the edges like that, and then that is another type of glossy button that you can do, and that looks quite a lot how Twitter do their glossy logos like that. They have like a sort of ellipse across the top, and also Facebook do that as well. And then if you wanted to, you can select this machinima respawn layer, and then you can put a drop shadow on it, and then just increase the distance and the size, and then it will put a nice drop shadow on your logo as well. And then what you can do is you can then just save that, and that is your logo done. So I've been Jordan from IGP GFX. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, rate and comment if this tutorial helped you or not. If it didn't, tell me what I can do to improve, or you can feel free to ask me questions in the comments. And if you want to see more things like this, then just subscribe and I'll be sure to put out more content.